Good morning, everyone. It is Monday, July 1st. Three things. Happy Canada Day if you celebrate. Happy first day of the second half of the year. And third, happy birthday to me. I took the day off of work today so I can just hang out and lay in the sun and read my library books. I have too many checked out for me to read unless I seriously get to work. So I will be doing that today. What I'm currently reading is the first book in the Bridgerton series, The Duke and I by Julia Quinn. One of my, excuse me, it's still, 8:22 is not early, but it's early-ish and I haven't talked much today. So I may have some froggies in my throat. But one of my friends was asking me if I had seen the Bridgerton series, and specifically the new season that came out, I think a couple months or so ago. And I had said no, and that I would rather start reading the books before I watch the show, just because that's the way I prefer to do things. It doesn't always work out that way, but if I have the choice, I would prefer to read a book first or a series and then consume the movie or show or whatnot. So I told her I wanted to read it, and then I told her I put the first book in the series on hold at the library. So that is what I am reading right now. And she is also in her, she has just entered her reading era, so she is going to be reading this series. We're not necessarily reading it together, like at the same time, but we do both want to talk about the books together. And then once I'm done reading the books, I need to watch the show. So this will kind of happen over probably many months. Let's be real, because we're both adults with busy lives and we can't just like binge read and binge watch in the span of like a week or two. That's not realistic. But anyway, I digress. I have library books to read, and then I have 3 other books checked out right now. 3. Excuse me. I have, and I can't remember the authors. I'm going to feel terrible about this. I didn't come here to talk about books, but we're just get cozy. You know my style. If you don't, I like to chat a lot. So that being said, the first book I have checked out is Clap When You Land. It was displayed on a YouTuber, Reads with Rachel. It was displayed on her bookshelf, I believe, for a long time. And so I saw it at my library, and I was like, oh, I'll grab that and pick it up. So that will be the book I read after I finish The Duke and I. Next, after that, I have Black Cake. And then the third book, oh crap, I can picture the cover. It's written by a Caribbean American. All Black Cake, Clap When You Land, and this book were written by Caribbean American authors because I found it on the Caribbean American Heritage Month display at my library in June. Was it May? It was May, I think. Anyway, oh crap, okay, as you can see, I was not prepared to talk about this, but it's the story, it's a young adult novel, I believe, about a young high school age trans boy and his struggles finding romantic love. And then there's also, and this is not a spoiler or anything, 1, because I haven't read it to spoil it, and 2, because I believe it's on the jacket cover synopsis, but about a young trans boy who struggles to find love and also struggles with self-love. So it sounds just like a really beautiful, sweet coming-of-age story. And I will, if you know what it's called, put it in the comments. And I know as soon as I stop recording this video, I'm going to go look at the title and be like, oh my God, yeah. And I want to say the name of the book is also the main character's name, if that's a clue, or if that jogs anybody else's memory, but whatever. I did not come on to talk about books, but here I am just yammering away. I have my morning coffee with a little more creamer than I intended, but here we are. It's still delicious. Okay, so this, focus, Sarah, focus. The reason we have gathered here today is I have set up my traveler's notebook. I am so excited. I can't wait. I have been like working on this for a few weeks, like every chance I get. It's been so fun to just set this up and fill it out and kind of play in it while I'm watching other YouTubers. This case, in case you missed it, this cover I purchased on Poshmark. I do have a video initially setting up my traveler's notebook. I will try to figure out how to link that. If I can figure out how to link it, I'll link it right there for you in the corner. We'll see how that goes. I am not super tech savvy, so I will try. But I did have a video where I kind of very like rudimentary set this up, but now I want to show you how I actually have it set up and ready to use. So this cover I purchased from Poshmark. I don't know where it's from. Someone in the comments of my Traveler's Notebook setup video said that they thought this was from Michaels. It looked similar to something that Michaels had at one point. It's not real leather. It's like that PU material. And as you can see, it's not the greatest quality. Like, it's ripping here. That is probably, those holes are probably going to get larger at some point. But that's fine. By the time this becomes unusable, I will have either decided this style and setup of notebooks is not for me, or I will have decided that it is for me, and I will have made another move by that point. So let's come on in. Come on in. I guess I should scooch up a skosh. There we go. Scooch a skosh. That's a good tongue twister. Okay, so I have in the front here, I have just some little doodads. This was a cute little card that the person I bought this cover from on Poshmark made. And they wrote me a cute little note. So I thought this little card was cute and I would put it in my bag. This was also from them, the little Mount Fuji. I assume it's Mount Fuji. The little Mount Fuji sticky note. And then I think from the Travelers Company, I just bought this little pocket here, and then a paper clip to help hold the sticky notes in. My friend, my in real life planner bestie, Asia, gave me these fun little flags, and I really, really like this purple and orange one. I think that's my favorite. The colors are so cool on it. So I just have, come on then. Okay, there we go. I just have it secured with a paper clip so that one, these don't fly out, and two, I'm always finding myself in need of a paper clip. This is just a little, I don't even know where this card came from. Let's see. Oh yeah, it also came from the person who I bought my TN cover from. She has a Etsy shop, Cottage Sticker Studio, if you want to check it out, and an Instagram of Dana Doodles. But on the back of the card, I just put some stickers that I have from Orange Umbrella Co. there, just to remind myself that I don't have anything, I have no idea what I'm doing, but I am willing to wager that most of us have no idea what we're doing. So it's all good. And then these are just cute little, this is just packaging from the washies I bought. In my last video I posted, I showed off some goodies from my birthday haul. And I kind of liked the packaging, so I just threw it in here for now. And this, excuse me, sorry, I told you I'd have some froggies, and here they are. This little folder insert is from Traveler's Company. It's probably getting quite bent out of shape because I have this stuffed, but that's fine. This is my Traveler's Company free diary, so it's the monthly diary. It covers 14 months, and I suppose before we go much further, I will add a disclaimer / trigger warning that this is my health and fitness journal. So if this is going to be a sensitive subject for you, if you don't want to chat about these sorts of things, I will be talking about fitness goals and weight, and I will be talking about trying to lose weight. So if that is not something that you would like to chat about today, I will see you in my next one. Take care, and I will chat to you very soon because I will have another video coming out very shortly. So that being said, I'm assuming everyone who is still here is okay with chatting about weight and fitness and weight loss. So we are going to continue, and I'm going to take a drink of my coffee. Alrighty, so this whole Traveler's Notebook setup is my 6 months for life journal. And what that is a free workbook from none other than Sarah Cannon, because I think I've gone one video ever without mentioning her. And I think that was my planner, my birthday haul video that I just posted on Saturday. So she has kindly given a workbook to her community, and basically the premise is you have 6 months, and obviously this is a self-imposed timeline, but for 6 months you super duper focus in on one aspect of your life. And it can be anything. It can be, career oriented, mental health oriented, physical health. It can be a creative endeavor like writing or painting or ceramics, but the main thing is she wants you to take one area of your life, and she encourages folks to think about the one area that you will see the most ripple effect into other areas of your life. So for me, I have chosen my physical health and fitness because I think that will have the greatest impact and ripple effect into other areas of my life. I will feel healthier. I won't be lethargic. I won't feel bloated. I will have more energy. I will have a healthy and productive way to expend my physical energy, which, it's like they say on the airplane, you need to help yourself before you can help anyone else. And I think that getting my health and fitness in order will help me with many other areas of my life. And I chose this area because I was never buff or ripped or the most athletic person. That's never been me, but I used to be quite active. I used to be quite physically healthy, and knock on wood, and thankfully I am still more physically healthy than not. I am very grateful for the health and fitness I do still have, but I would like to, and I struggle saying get back to where I was, because where I was at that point, I was in my early 30s, so my body was a lot different than it is now in my late 30s. And so I don't know if getting back to where I was is appropriate, but I would like to feel healthier. I would like to feel stronger. I would like to not be overweight, just for health reasons, because the older I get, the more that will impact me. And so I would like to get my physical health and fitness on a better track than I currently am. And I think really the three, it was like a triple threat for me, because I started gaining weight, surprise, surprise, in 2020. And there were three factors that majorly contributed to the decline of my physical health and fitness. One was obviously COVID and quarantine. I just kind of grew comfortable with a more sedative lifestyle and being less active. Two was that I, in 2019, had changed careers, and now I work more often than not. I work at my desk. So a sedentary career combined with more sedentary quarantine. And the third triple threat was I am in a safe and healthy relationship. And, you know, a lot of times, this isn't for everyone, and I'm not trying to stereotype, but I have noticed in myself that when I become comfortable and feel safe in a romantic relationship, I will gain some weight. And I know that's true of others, not saying it's true of everyone, but I've noticed that pattern in myself over the years and through the course of my life. My weight has fluctuated up and down, sometimes more dramatically, but more frequently less dramatically. I tend to do the thing of I gain weight in a relationship and then I lose it when I leave one, or I gain weight in the winter and I lose it in the summer, or I gain weight when I'm super stressed and then I make a change and I lose it when I'm more mentally healthy or emotionally stable. So, being in a safe and healthy relationship also contributed to my weight gain. So the triple threat is what I'm calling it, because it was just really, I entered a stable and healthy relationship in 2018. I changed to a largely desk job in 2019, and then COVID hit in 2020. And so it was just those three things kind of in a row really set me up to be on this path that I'm currently on. And that's a little bit of background. So that is why that's the backstory and why I want to focus on my physical and fitness portion of my life for 6 months for life. So I'm going to skip this notebook for now, and I will come back to it, I promise. But this is my Sterling ink. This is just a blank grid notebook. And I put another little Traveler's Company in the folder in the back pocket here. I put a Traveler's Company pocket on the back flap. So if you choose to check out Sarah Cannon's 6-month for life workbook, you do have to sign up on her email list. And obviously I'm biased. I'm going to recommend that you do, because you'll get notified of new videos, or you'll get an email when she posts a free workbook like this and things like that. But you also have access to her resource library, which is huge. She has so many resources, free workbooks, free printables, lots of good resources that I've gone back to and printed things multiple times over because I use them so much. And it's mainly focused, her resource library is mainly focused around planning and writing, which is what she loves and is also what I love. And if you're here, I am willing to wager that you also love one or both of those things. So I highly recommend it. She's not spammy with her emails. You don't get emails all the time. And if you don't want to open an email, you don't have to. But I would highly recommend signing up for her newsletter email list, because you do get access to her free resource library, which is honestly invaluable. It's so wonderful. And she does this all for free for her community. So take advantage of it. She doesn't sell your email or anything. So just give her your email. Just give her your email. I'm not telling you what to do, but I'm telling you a little bit what to do. I will post in the description, I will post a link to her website. And I'm sure you can find where to sign up for her emails on her website. Okay, I'm also trying to drink my coffee before it gets too cold. So I just printed out some parts of her workbook. I didn't print the whole thing out. I just printed the images in there that I wanted. This is one of my new washi tapes that I got from my birthday haul. It's this one. It's beautiful. The holographic, I'm not sure. Yeah, you can see that. It's holographic and it's so cute. I love it. So I thought it matched really well with the colors she has going on in her workbook. So what I did was I copied her workbook by hand. And I wrote everything. This is like an opening letter that she has to us. And then the main area of my life that I want to focus on. By the end of 6 months, I will, and I have chosen this area because. And then she asks you some questions in this starting point section. Some more questions. And then she has section 2, which is focused on the plan. It says, now that you've identified your area of focus, why it's important, and what you want to transform over the next 6 months, let's make a plan for how to follow through. And then I kind of did a couple mind maps here for the 2 biggest areas. This is where I kind of deviated from her plan specifically a smidge, and kind of did my own thing. But I still have her instructions if I ever want to go back and do it a little more her way. But I have my mind maps here of the 2 biggest ways I am going to, the 2 biggest actionable things that I can do to change my health and fitness. And I feel like that's through movement and exercise and the foods that I choose to put in my body. So then she talks about some decisions, and then she talks about action chains. So she says her main area of focus is to improve her health and manage her PCOS, which is polycystic ovarian syndrome. She says, instead of trying to take all of these actions and create all of these habits at once, I've ordered them in priority and ease. Once I've got one down for a week or 2, I'll add the next. And her example is, the first thing she's going to do is create and begin a regular meal plan for breakfast and lunch. And she's going to take her supplements with her breakfast. And then the second thing she's going to add, once she's gotten that down, is she is going to drink an extra 32 ounces of water every day, start adding her supplement to her water. once she has these 2 blocks down and health like implemented, she's going to get up 30 minutes earlier a day and start her morning with a walk and meditation. So you can see how she's calling them an action chain. Once you have, sorry y'all, hold on one second. Okay, I didn't really leave. I was just walking away. There were some interesting characters walking by. Anyway, back to it. I was distracted. So you can see that she's kind of making these building blocks for when I have the first block placed and it's sturdy, I'll add the second and the third and the fourth and so on and so forth. So she encourages us to make our own action chains. So I did allow myself a double spread here. I allowed myself a chance to either add more chains or building blocks, or if I feel like this isn't working, I can redo it. So my first action chain is to drink 3 Nalgene's a day, to exercise 3 days a week, and to focus on my sleep, which means making sure I am going to bed at an appropriate time, which I am pretty dang good about already. But I wanted to give myself something easier so that I can feel like I'm accomplishing and kind of build that momentum from jump. The hardest thing is going to be exercising 3 days a week. I do a really good job of drinking water. I do usually drink 2 Nalgene's a day, which, if you don't know, a Nalgene bottle is 32 ounces. So I am pretty good about drinking 64 ounces of water a day, but I want to increase my water intake too. I can math. 96 ounces. Ooh, sorry. That was my ring on the desk. I do want to increase my water intake to 96 ounces of water a day. Once I have those things in place, I would like to kind of do stricter lunches at work. I have been, over the last probably couple months, I have been focusing on taking healthier items to work in my lunch. I find myself kind of boredom snacking at work quite often. And I am trying to make healthier choices in what I pack for my lunches. So, oh, here's Miss Ellery. She's here for her cameo. She's a little upset with me because I took her heated bed away to wash it. And Elbow. Okay, you do not need to go near the fire. Nope, we're not doing this right now. Thank you. Pleasure to see you. So I have been making better lunch choices, but the second chain will be even stricter choices for lunch. And that's not to say I'm not going to allow myself to eat chips. I'm not going to be following a regimented specific diet. I just want to make more conscious choices. Instead of eating a whole family-size bag of chips in a day, I want to eat that bag of chips over 4 or 5 days. Moderation is a lesson I need to learn. I would like to add weight and mat exercises, and then I would like to do 3 sober days a week, so no alcohol at all. And I'm doing pretty well with this 3 days a week thing so far. So hopefully this will be an easy thing to add to my action chain. My third action chain is to just maintain the habits that I've built and then be out of bed by 6:30, which there are lots of days already that I'm out of bed by 6:30, but not every day. And I'm not someone who's going to be super strict with myself, saying you need to be out of bed by 6:30 every day or else. Like, if I had a late night, I'm going to let myself sleep till 7. Like, I'm not trying to be super strict, super regimented. I'm still trying to listen to my body. And if my body is telling me I need more rest, then that's fine. You'll see later in my journal here that I wanted to be out of bed before 7 today. That didn't happen. I started my monthly cycle yesterday. Happy birthday to me. I started my monthly cycle yesterday, and so my body is feeling quite tired and lethargic. So I let myself rest and stay in bed. So I'm not going to be super strict. I'm not going to be super regimented. Like I said, I still want to listen to my body and not try and force detachment from it. Ellery is, I don't know what she's doing, but she is making moves, and we are going to move the fire. Okay, I think she just wants to go sit in the window. I will open it a smidge for her. I do live close-ish to a busy-ish road, so if the traffic noise is too much, I apologize. I might close it in a bit, but right now she wants to sit in the window and watch the birds, so I will let her. My fourth action chain is getting out of bed at 6:15, finding a skincare routine that works for me, that actually works for me. I don't know a whole lot about skincare, and it's not something I've ever put too much effort into, but I do realize it's important, and so I do want to put more effort into that. And then the last part of that is to consistently move or work out 4 times a week. And then my fifth and last action chain is to run a 5K and also run up the big hill by my house. I want to have a consistent workout routine, and I want to feel good about my eating habits. And like I said, I just left this page blank. The next part of the workbook is plan details. How you want to execute or follow through with your plan. You can add habit stacking. You can add more ideas here, resources, those kinds of things. And I had some brainstorming of apps. I did use Better Me for a little while last year, and I did pay for it. And I did stick with it for a month or 2. And I liked it for the time I was using it, so I was thinking that maybe I will do that again. And I did look into Noom, but the pricing on Noom is just not something I can do right now. So I did download a Pilates app that I think is owned by the same people who run Better Me, because the interface is very, very, very similar. So I think it's the same people. But I did pay for a Pilates app that gives you exercises every day. You answer some demographic questions, and then you answer some kind of lifestyle questions, and it creates a Pilates workout routine for you each day. So I'm not somebody who has ever been a gym person, so I don't know a lot of workouts, and so to have the videos where they not only show you how to do that exercise, but then they take you through it is very nice. So I've only used it a couple times. I need to get better about it, but I have enjoyed it. And then services, I could take advantage of our gym memberships, classes, groups or clubs around town. And then I left this space blank for more brainstorming. Next, in the workbook, Sarah has some monthly goal planning, and I planned out the first 2 months. I don't want to get ahead of myself because my plan could very well change by the time I get to month 5, November. So this month I plan to drink 3 Nalgene's a day, do 3 sober days a week, lose 5 pounds, and then work out 3 days a week. And then in month 2, I would like to do 4 sober days a week, lose 5 more pounds, and work out 4 days a week. And again, I'm not going to be super strict with myself if I'm on my monthly cycle and I just can't work out 4 days a week. That's okay. If we go out to dinner and we have a beer, and then we go kayaking and have another beer another day, and then we go to a birthday party and have another beer at the birthday party on a different day, you know, I'm not gonna be, as I said before, super regimented. It's just generic guidelines for me to kind of aim for while still understanding that life happens. And then excuse me, the third section here is the follow through. So Sarah says, that's Astrid in the background. She wants to come into my office because she knows Ellery did not finish all of her breakfast and she would like to help her with it. So Sarah says, this is it in the following pages. I've given you a monthly game plan, monthly review, daily pages that you can print as many times as you'd like. I am obviously doing everything by hand and not printing, but here she has her layout of her monthly goals, here she has a layout of your monthly goals spread, which you will see me implement later. At the end of the month, she has a spread for a monthly review with with good prompting questions. How did you feel about your progress? What actions, attitudes, supports, and tools helped you? What changes or adjustments can you make next month? What's your plan for next month? Those sorts of things. And then she has kind of a weekly planner, and I think I copied this more exact than not, but I can't quite remember. And then a weekly check-in. What was the best thing that happened? What am I grateful for? Did I follow through? What obstacles did I face? What did I learn? Will I continue? Am I ready to add another project or habit to my chain? Those sorts of things. And then she had a daily planner, and I can't remember. I know I didn't copy this exactly. Maybe I did copy it more than not. I think it was a mix of some of it I copied from her work page and some of it I added myself. So I had some ideas of what I wanted to include in my daily planner. And then here I gave myself some space to do a mock setup to see how I would like a daily spread set up. And as you can see, I decided to move some things around. I decided this was too much space for water intake, so I nixed that, moved up my how today went, I moved up my coming up tomorrow, and then I shifted over my notes, and then I will make the food log this whole side here. And I will show you more how this is set up in a moment. Ooh, pretty. I'm gonna take a sip of my coffee here. Okay. So I inserted some vellum here. I just picked this up from Joann. I've never had vellum before, so this was quite exciting. I thought it was really pretty. I'm not usually like a bright colors person, but I think I really like this. Well, no, I know I really like it. So this vellum separates Sarah's workbook from my kind of daily, monthly, weekly pages. So here at the beginning, I just kind of re-said my why, because I have it back here in my workbook area, but I really wanted it front and center at the beginning of my pages. So I said, I want to feel strong and healthy. I want to have more energy and stamina for the things I love. I'm tired of feeling achy and sluggish. I want to be on top of my fitness and health as I get older. And I want to build my confidence that I can keep up with life. So then here I listed my goals. Ellery's making moves. Hold on, I'll be back. Okay, sorry about that. The dogs were losing their minds over absolutely nothing as usual. So here I have my someday goals. And then I took a page out of, literally I copied Sterling Inc.'s someday goal page. So my someday goals are to lose 50 pounds, run a half marathon, fit into my old clothes, because I have a lot of old clothes that I am trying to hang on to because maybe they'll fit again one day, and I either need to make that happen or let those clothes go to a better home. I want to be an early morning person, which I sort of am already, but I want to like firmly be that, because I really enjoy mornings. I start my job at 7:30, and during quarantine I would start at 6 a.m. So I have been a morning person for 5 or so years, and I quite enjoy mornings. So I just want to fully embrace that. I want to eat healthy and cure my salt addiction. I know a lot of people have sugar addictions and crave sugar. For me, I crave salt. And part of it could be that I'm not getting enough like protein and iron because I have been vegetarian for over 15 years. At this point, I was vegetarian for a while in high school, and then I've been vegetarian, like I said, now for 16, 17 years. And so it could be that my body is craving iron, which is why I love salt. And I always have. I will always reach for a bag of chips or pretzels or crackers over any sort of sweet. I've always been that way, but I feel now it's unhealthy. Sorry. You done? Maybe the window open is too much, huh? Okay, sorry about that. So I just want to eat healthier and not crave so much salt. And then I want to feel confident in who I am and the size I am, no matter what that size is, because I have my worth, my self-worth is not tied to my physical body. This is just my flesh case that I am in. So I more than not accept it, but like most people, I struggle with confidence and, body dysmorphia. So just working on my self-love. So we get to the planning part here, the planning part. So for the first one, I have lose 50 pounds as my someday goal. So in 6 months, by the end of this year, by the end of this journal, I would like to lose 25 pounds. So 3 months, that would be 12. Monthly, that would be about 4. Weekly, about 1. And I didn't break it down by day because I'm going to lose 0.12 something a day. Like, no, just a pound a week. And then my someday goal is to run a half marathon. So in 6 months, I would like to run 8 miles. 3 months, I would like to run 4. Monthly, I would like to run 1.25 miles. Weekly would be 0.75, and daily, just run. I'm not going to say run 0.01 because when I'm going out for a run, I'm going further than that distance. And it's a mix of walking and running, but still. My someday goal is there's a state park near me that has a swimming area, and they have it roped off. So you enter on the shallow side, and then it goes out, out, and back. So what I'm considering a lap is I get in the water, I swim this perimeter, this edge of the perimeter, this edge of the perimeter, and then I walk the shallow section, and then swim, swim, swim. So swimming 3 sides, walking 1 side, because I'm not swimming in water that's 1.5 feet deep. That's not possible. So I would like to swim 12 laps at the lake. In 6 months, I will not be swimming at the lake because it will be December. But hypothetically, in 3 months, so by the end of summer, I would like to swim 8 laps. Monthly, I would like to swim 6 laps, sorry. Weekly, I would like to swim 3 laps. Daily, just swim. I did go swim at the lake a few weeks ago, and I did do 3 laps on my very first time. So I feel like perhaps I can do 10 laps by the end of the summer if I could do 3 right out the gate. We'll have to see. And then my someday goal of being an early riser, which means 6 a.m. So in 6 months, I want to be out of bed by 6:15. 3 months, out of bed by 6:30. Monthly, out of bed by 6:40. Weekly, out of bed at 6:50. And then my daily goal is just don't hit snooze, which is hard not to, to be honest. My someday goal is to eat healthy and cure my salt addiction. So 6 months, I just said healthier, less salt. 3 months, I say no snacks between meals. Obviously, that's not always every day. None of these are hard and fast again. Monthly is no snacks after 5 p.m. Weekly is less snacks at home because, like I said, I do fall prey to just kind of boredom eating and boredom snacking. And then daily, pack healthy lunches and snacks for work. And then my someday goal of exercising 5 times a week. And then in 6 months, I want to be comfortable exercising 4 times a week. 3 months, I want to exercise 4 times a week. Monthly, exercise 3 times a week. Weekly, I want to focus on diversifying my workout routine, so not just doing the same thing every day, but I would like to find multiple modes of movement that I can enjoy. And then daily is just exercise and move my body. So those are my goals. And if I ever feel stuck, I can kind of come back to these and be like, okay, what am I supposed to be doing today or this week? Or I don't know what to set for my monthly goal. And I can kind of look here for some inspiration. Next, I have a section here for a before picture. I'm going to take a full body picture of myself today. Happy birthday. I'm going to take a full body picture of myself here and post it. And then on December 31st, I will take another photo of myself here. And I'm not expecting to lose, remember, I'm not trying to lose 50 pounds in 6 months. I don't think that's a reasonable or healthy rate at which to lose weight. My goal in 6 months is 20 to 25 pounds. But you'll still be able to see a difference between the two. And then my habit tracker here, I set this up. Sorry, I'm a little out of frame. Sorry about that. I set this up like Sterling Ink has theirs set up. And I have my habit tracker for July. I do have 2 extra spaces here in case I think of a couple more habits that I would like to add. But I have drinking water, I have sleep, And I'm just saying, did I get enough sleep? Which for me is 8 hours. I thrive on 8 to 9 hours of sleep. I like sleep quite a bit. And then working out, if I worked out at all, doesn't matter the mode. If I ate more healthy than not is what I'm using as the qualifier here. And then if I have a sober day. And then I'm thinking my next thing here I could add this month would be not looking at my phone before bed. I am very guilty of that, and I would like to maybe change it. It's just a hard habit to let go of. It's how I soothe myself to sleep every night. So it's one that I'm kind of wrestling with. I may not be able to take action on it this month, but we'll see. So I have a little tab down here just so I can quickly flip to things I need. Here I have a few pages for healthy meals and snack ideas. Left myself some room. Lots of room. This here is a 30-day ab challenge. And this, because like I mentioned before, I don't know a whole lot of exercises. And so if I can have something readily available that's like, hey, this, do this. It's like, okay, cool. I have something. I don't have to go searching on the internet for a fitness challenge and then get sucked into a rabbit hole and distracted. And suddenly I'm buying a new sports bra. Like, it's just right here. So I have a 30-day ab challenge written out in here for quick reference. And then I have a space for some fitness YouTubers. The only one that I remember, I think I've used a couple random ones in the past, but the only one that I really like know and remember is Yoga with Adriene. So if you have any recommendations for YouTube channels that do exercise or movement focus, let me know in the comments because I would like to check them out and add them to my list here. So again, if it's just like, I don't know what to do today, I can look at this page and be like, oh yeah, I'll see if Adriene, what Adriene has for some yoga. Here is my workout tracker and my Couch to 5K plan. I have stuck to this, or I have used this Couch to 5K plan before. And this is, I know there's some variations. I just Googled Couch to 5K one day and copied this down, and I've copied it from multiple planners over the years. So this is just the one that I use. There's other variations out there, but this is the one that I like. And then here I have a workout tracker. So I have a spot for the day of the month itself, and then I have a key. This one's scooched over because I did the wrong color originally, and so I had to use correction tape, and my Tombow markers don't saturate the correction tape, so it's just scooched over. So I have the number in here just represents the Tombow color. And there's a couple that don't have it because my Tombow color has scratched off the pen itself. So I have a key. I will just color a box each day if I went for a run, a walk, a hike, a bike, swim, yoga, mat exercises, which are like ab or Pilates or something. This color is for any other form of movement that's not one of these. Like some days most of the time I work at my desk, but when I am not at my desk, I am moving hundreds of pounds of books. So I will count that as other for those days where my job is physically demanding. For days that I do multiple, I have a color, and then I have a color for a rest day. So I can kind of see what I'm doing each day and maybe how either my movement habits are fluctuating or the exercises that I am choosing are changing over the months. Again, I just have a tab down here. Here I have a weight loss tracker, so I will go ahead and just color in the numbers as I reach them. I have pretty consistently been 152 pounds. Again, I'm sorry if this is triggering, but I warned you several minutes ago. I have consistently been 152 pounds, and that doesn't sound like much, but I am very, very short. I am not quite 5 feet tall, so 152 pounds looks different and feels different on me than I imagine it would for someone who's 5'9" or whatnot. So in the grand scheme of things, I understand this number is not, you know, as large as possible, but this is where I am, and my journey is different than everyone else's. So I've pretty consistently been around 152 pounds. I did weigh myself this morning. And like I said, I've been slowly over the last probably 6-ish weeks trying to make better and healthier choices, whether it's staying sober, drinking more water, starting to work out again, changing some of my eating habits. So I did kind of start this journey already a little bit. I've been kind of dipping my toes into it. So I did weigh myself this morning and I'm at 150, but you know, I might weigh myself this evening and I'm back up to 152. So that was my weight this morning. And like I said, I'll just color in these boxes as I go. And then my running milestones. These are things that I want to do. I might just change it to exercise milestones instead of running specifically. But I have a spot for the milestone and then the date that I hit it. So I want to run 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15, 20, and 25 minutes without stopping. Next, my other milestone is I want to run up that hill by my house. And I also want to run up the hill at the park. And then I hope the lighting's not terrible because it just got pretty cloudy in the last like 5-10 minutes. I think natural light's enough. I think y'all are fine, right? And then I do have a rewards page here. I'm not super motivated by rewards. I'm the kind of person where like, if I really want to buy a Sims 4 kit, I just will. Like, rewards don't tend to work on me very well because I'm an adult and I can just do what I want. And if I want to buy these things, I'll just buy them. But I do have some ideas here, like if I lose 20 pounds, I will need a new pair of jeans. And I will potentially be able to shop some of my older clothes that I have for sale in my Poshmark closet right now, that I would like to fit into again. So it's possible I won't need to buy new jeans and I can just pull out my older jeans and that would be just fine. Alrighty, so now we're getting into kind of the monthly section here. This is for the month of July, so I have it separated with another really cute vellum paper. So my goals this month are to lose 5 pounds, and this is all, again, just copied from earlier in my workbook. Drink 3 Nalgene's a day, have 3 sober days a week, and work out 3 days a week. Oh, I knew I was missing it somewhere. So I have my starting weight here, my workout goals. I want to just complete the first 2 weeks of the Couch to 5K. I'm going to kind of take it at a slower pace. And then I want to complete 6 Pilates workouts this month. And then I have my starting point, my focus this month, find support with, and then a positive affirmation. And my positive affirmation I just found on Pinterest. It says, giving up on your goal because of one setback is like slashing your other 3 tires because you got one flat. And I think that's something I do tend to self-sabotage, where it's like, well, I've already messed up. There's no point in doing it now. And I just kind of like give up. So this is a good reminder that just because you fumble once Doesn't mean you throw in the towel, you keep going. You fix your tire and you keep going. And then this page, I will again post coincidentally this photo, and where is it? This photo will be the same because it's the 1st of July and it's the first day of this journal. So I will duplicate the photo here, but every month I will put a photo of myself, and then I want to take some measurements of my left and right bicep, my thighs, my calves, my hips, my waist, and my bust, and just kind of put those down here. And then here I have a sleep tracker, and off to the side, I'm just going to put how many hours I slept that night. My question for you is if any of you track your sleep. So today's the 1st. Am I tracking my sleep from last night, or am I tracking my sleep tonight? It would be from last night, right? I don't know. Help, please. But I have my sleep tracker here tabbed off. And then I have my weekly planner. So I should have filled this out before I started this video. But after I get off of this video, I will just kind of go ahead and put, this won't be set in stone, but I will put what days I want to do what exercises, and kind of follow up on those healthy habits here. And then my focus, my to-dos, and my notes for this week. And then last but not least, I have the daily pages. And I only set up today. I haven't set up the rest of the week because I want to see how this works for me today. So I have the date, the number of hours I slept, sober is just a yes or no, and then 1, 2, 3 Nalgene's of water. I can just check them off. My priorities, my birthday, obviously. And then I placed an order at the store I need to go pick up, and then I need to read my library books. And then my goals today are to go for a run with one of my dogs, Newt, get up before 7. I didn't do that. I was awake before 7, but I did not get up before 7. And then I want to make myself a healthy lunch, which is already made. I am happy. We have a salad that we had for dinner last night. So there's leftovers for my lunch and my husband's lunch that he took to work. And there's also enough for dinner. And then any workouts and notes that I do here, how today went, what I have coming up tomorrow, notes, and then a food log. So I'll see how I like this format, and I'll kind of tweak it as the days go on. All right, sheesh. I mean, the video will look pretty seamless to you, but this has taken me 3 recordings. So we're here and we're gonna finish it. We're gonna finish it. Total side note, this is also one of my new washies that I got from Stationery Pal. It's so cute. I love it. Okay, so that is it for this journal. I will continue this now, going back to this one as I promised earlier. This one I have, again, I've just kind of copied my why and my goals so that when I am maybe going back in the future, I can look back at this and easily remember without having to find and dig through my Sterling ink notebook. And then this is blank. I don't know why I skipped this first page. Maybe I was thinking I was going to do some stuff in June, but I did not. Or it was just a mistake and I accidentally skipped it. Who knows? So here I just have July with my monthly goals. And this will just be an easy monthly calendar where I can track things at a glance. And then back at the end, oh yeah, I tried to glue the world map together because I don't think I'll be needing it necessarily. So after the monthly pages, you have a world calendar, but that's more used if you're traveling. And this is not for traveling. So here was all of my brainstorming for my health and fitness journal. So I had all of my ideas, and then I kind of categorized them into either monthly, weekly, daily, or own section pages. So I color coded monthly in a mustardy brown, weekly in purple, daily in yellow, own section in like a tan. And then I kind of went through all of my brainstorming ideas here and color coded how I wanted them to be organized and in what sections. And then I made numbers. As you can see, there's numbers here. So it'll be like, okay, within the monthly section, this is the first thing I'm including. This will be the fourth spread. This will be 1-2 is like first spread part 2. First spread part 3. Monthly pictures will be the second thing. Measurements will be the third thing. So I kind of knew when I was making these spreads the order in which I wanted to put them. So that's what that was. I have a handful of pages of the brainstorming. And then I just said, now that I've figured out what I want to track from this page, I need to figure out where they're all going to go and how in the pages. And so I made a note of my pages that I have available. I have a monthly section in this book, a grid Traveler's Company insert, and then I have my Sterling Ink grid notebook. So I kind of, next to each item, I made a code for my monthly calendar book. This book is my TN. My SI is my Sterling Ink big notebook. And then my smaller grid notebook is my Traveler's Notebook TNG for Traveler's Notebook grid. So in addition to the numbers and the order that I wanted to put these things in, I also made a note of where I wanted them all to go and in what notebook. So I have like 4 more pages, I think, in this. Yeah. And then I have this, which I don't need. But yeah, that's that notebook. We've already gone through my Sterling Ink. Here is just a craft folder. This came with the cover that I purchased. And on the inside, I just have a cute little thank you card from Stationery Pal. And then this was like a business card with a coupon code. But the flowers were so cute that I just taped or glued it in there. And then here is my Traveler's Notebook grid from Traveler's Company. I have not done anything in this yet, and actually I might pull it out because it's just further bulking up. Oh, that's better. Yeah, that's better. Much better, actually. It's just bulking up my notebook. And then here I have the second part of the little folio folder thing. And this has the Stationery Pal sticker that came on the outside of my order. I'm saving this for my IRL planner bestie because I think she might like it. And then I just have some little like ephemera doodads in here that I don't really know what to do with. So they just chill there. So that is my Traveler's Notebook. And I'm liking this size, honestly, a whole lot more than I thought I would. It's really nice. So I'm going to be seriously leveling up my health and fitness the next 6 months. Like, I want my writing to be my focus, but I know that if I am going to be a successful writer and author and keep up energy and creative energy and momentum for my writing, I need to take care of my physical health first. So while it's all fun and games to play in my planners, and I love playing in my planners, and they are a legitimate tool for helping you stay organized and getting things done, at a certain point I need to stop playing in here, and I need to like do the things that I say I'm going to do in here. So little tough love to myself. It's fun to play in my planners, but playing in my planners is not changing my physical health. So this will help me keep track of that and help me kind of on my journey. If you use a health and fitness planner or journal, let me know if there's anything that you include in yours that I didn't include in mine. I'm still open to adding new ideas in here, but I think I have a pretty good start, and I feel comfortable with what I have in here so far. This might be too much to keep track of. We'll see. But let me know what you keep track of if you have a health and fitness planner. Also, seriously, how do I keep track of my sleep? Because is it how I slept last night for today's date, or is it how I will sleep tonight? I'm more inclined to think it's how I slept last night, right? I think so. Let me know, please. I've never tried tracking sleep before, so I am much confused. Anyway, I am going to sign off. I think this video has been long enough. I'm going to sign off and go enjoy the rest of my birthday. So I will chat to you soon. I hope you have a safe Canada Day if you're celebrating. Have a safe 4th. And I said this in my last video, but I'm going to say it again because it is so important. Please keep track of your pets this week. Do not let them outside by themselves. Do not leave them off leash. Please, please, please keep super duper diligent track of your pets this week, because it is so heartbreaking to see all the missing posters, and people are out driving more than usual. They're on vacation, and unfortunately people are out driving in altered states of minds, and they might not see a pet in time, and it's terrifying. It's a terrible combination of possibilities, and it's horrifying and heartbreaking. So please drive sober. If you're not sober, call a friend, call a cab, anything. Please do not drive under the influence, and hug your babies tight, hug your pets tight. Don't let them out unsupervised this week. Okay, I will stop mothering you. Have a great week, and I will chat to you soon. Bye.